Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Hey Google, what time does the sun rise in Winnipeg today?
In Winnipeg today, the sun rose at 7:47 a.m.
That was 4 minutes ago. And probably in about another 10 minutes we're going to see it breaking over the bridge. Looks like we might, have a nice sunrise. I haven't seen the walkers yet. Got several comments from people saying they want to continue on seeing the walkers, so I'll make the effort and try and continue on. Okay, speaking of cell phones, this is my cell phone. It's an old-fashioned flip phone, and I love it. Flip it open to say hello, flip it shut to say goodbye. No screens to swipe. Simple, and it works. And it's only $10 a month. Okay. This is a cell phone too, except that it's not hooked up to the cell service. So you're thinking, how come it works? Well, it's hooked up to my modem by the computer. My router, my modem, my computer modem. So I'm able to actually use it for pretty well everything I want to do. I can check the email. I can, if I want to be bothered. Now, I find a cell phone or a tablet only handy if you're sitting at the airport or something like that and you've got nothing else to do except swipe all over the place and try and navigate the buttons with the end of your finger. Otherwise, I'll go for a computer. 99 times out of 100. It's much more old person-y. Yeah. Anyway, now this is not hooked up to the cell service. I think it was Jeff was asking yesterday if I could give him my cell number so that he could send me some pictures via cell phone. Well, I'm not hooked up that way. Not yet, anyway. It could be that let's say, for instance, I do something really, really stupid, like buy the Honda Goldwing, which has all the electronic display on the front, and you can use the I think it's the Android. Let's see, there's the Apple Play, or anyway, there's an app that you can put on your Android phone so that you can hook it into the Goldwing, and then you've got a really good GPS map and all that kind of stuff. It like I need that to go to Birds Hill and back, right? Okay. Anyway, what am I trying to say here? Maybe someday I will hook this up to the internet or switch it over. I could actually use this phone with this. I think I don't know if you can swap SIM cards. I don't think so. I don't think the SIM card in this is the same size as that. But when I got this phone, I took the SIM card out of the phone that I had before and just put it in this, and then it all worked. At least you used to be able to do that kind of stuff. But the problem is, I don't want to take this thing with me on the road. Like if I can slip this in so nicely into my pocket, and for when I go out on my e-bike or something like that. Okay, what are we saying here? Let's not talk about phones anymore. We are ready for Missy the dog. Now, I got several comments from people. I think the first one was Billy, and Billy is in Ireland, I think, or Scotland. I'm not sure. Anyway, he said something to the effect of what you could do is you could just turn it around, and if you turn it around, the wheel is pretty much in the right place. I thought it would, just for the fun of it, I would measure to see how far off it would be. Now, and then several other people suggested that too. But Billy was the first one, so we'll give him the credit. Now, I'm noticing this is a little bit crooked here. How did that happen? Anyway, it's extremely flimsy. Now, I'm kind of liking my idea better than anybody's, and that is if I want to fix this properly, I think I just, you know what, I should be moving in so that we can see this, because you're way back, you can't see what I'm talking about here. Okay, what are we going to do today? I think we are probably going to brush the 338, is it? Yeah, the 338 onto these parts right here. I do believe that their counterparts on the module just before, we did spray it, and I kind of wish that I had sprayed these at the same time that I had sprayed this, because as I keep saying, the spray does such a much better job. But I like brushing. Okay, let's get on here today and do something. I don't have any big news. I don't know. I think the clouds are too heavy for us to see the sun. Actually, that's the way it goes. Some days you get it, some days you don't. I'll see what happens by the end of the day. But I mean, by the end of the day, I will have finally gone into my surveillance system and got the file out of it, and be able to, fast forward through it and scrub through it and see, oh, that looks pretty good. I am very incoherent this morning, and I don't know why. Maybe I haven't had enough coffee, or maybe I've had too much coffee. I've already had a cup sitting in front of the computer this morning. I do believe when I checked the weather that they said that it was going to possibly rain this afternoon. So if I'm going to get out for a quick scoot, I'm going to have to do it this morning. So that's also going to throw a monkey wrench into the model table plans. Okay, let's recompose and talk about this little problem here. Actually, okay, I have this thing that I just can't shut up. So, okay, before we get going on this thing, it's 8:30 now, and at 8:22 I got a message, so I thought, I'll just check and see what it is. And here's somebody else trying to be helpful. So many of you guys are, giving me good ideas, and I really appreciate that. So just to let you know, keep your thoughts coming. Maybe I don't always reply appropriately. Sometimes I think maybe I may have offended some people, but I sure don't mean to. Anyway, keep the comments coming. I don't mind. Okay, here is what most people have been talking about. And I haven't actually checked to see how accurate this would be, but you notice that when I was supposed to put the wheel on, and by the way, here's an extra one. There are 6 of these altogether. We used 1, so we got 5 left. I could always, my thinking is, before we're talking about it, is to cut this wheel out, slip this wheel down to right here. There's a little flange there that it's supposed to go up against. But people were suggesting, why don't you just turn the thing around like this? Then the wheel is more or less in the right place. Okay. I don't think that this is the same as. Okay, just check it here. Let's get it straight here. We'll see where it is now. Okay, to the end. Now, if we were to put it on the where it was supposed to go, was this little bump right here, and you can see It's about, I'm guessing 8 millimeters, maybe 10 millimeters in the wrong place. But it might be so close. Now, there is something else that I'm sure nobody else noticed, but I did. On one end of the shaft, it's a square fitting, and on the other end, this is a square fitting. Okay, you may or may not be able to see that. I don't have the macro lens on. But this is sort of a square fitting, like to go into a slot, whereas this is round to go into a hole. So that would be a bit of a problem. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I think what I should do is just forget about it until we actually get to assembling the module and just see what happens. And in the meantime, I will hang on to this, and I don't know what I'm going to do. What I do know is I got to paint these parts. I just noticed on my phone here it says 3 Celsius, and I thought it's got to be warmer than that. So I looked at my clock over there that has the thermometer on it. It says 3.7, so that's I better dress warm today. High of 13. That's cooler than yesterday. Okay, hey, winter's coming. In fact, Halloween's going to be coming up pretty soon, and we've often had snow on Halloween. Okay, I have painted on these 3 pieces where we were holding onto it with the alligator clips and what have you. So they're basically finished now. As for these 2 pieces, I think what I'm going to do is use blue tack. As far as I know, this part here is only visible on this side where the bolts are sticking through. So I'm going to put some blue tack on there and fasten something to it for a handhold. This one here, obviously, we are not going to need to see the inside, so I have something like that. I think I can use blue tack on that. That's simple. Don't need to mess around with CA glue or whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and get those ready now, and then we'll put on our 338. I wonder if we should use the unthinned. This one's thinned 50-50 for spraying. It's pretty thin. It's not going to paint as good. I do have more of this 338. If you remember, I bought 3 of them a few months ago. So we got lots of that stuff. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Missy. Happy birthday to you.
And many more. Having one of those days which tracks everything. I don't know, it's coyotes or foxes or... Oh my goodness, it's a birthday feast.
Yeah,
It's a birthday feast.
There's not quite as much as it looks like, you know. Okay, we're up. We're up. All right.
Oh.
Gotta check that out, my pizza.
Oh, I was wondering if there were 4 birthday candles on it.
No, that's not for Missy. Hang on. Okay, a little one for you. Hang on. She's acting like she hasn't eaten for weeks. Okay, and here's a piece of venison. You like that? It's moistened for you. You won't choke on it.
Yeah, I had to order more venison. I could get the type she's accustomed to, but I mean, I just ordered a couple of packages from Amazon. Doesn't matter. She loves it all anyway.
I think it's the attention. The attention she's getting is probably, look at it, the tail is beating me like crazy.
Well, she knows who loves her.
You know what? I'm gonna turn this collar upside down. There now. It's not gonna rattle on the tail. Yeah, that's better. I should have thought of that before.
I stopped beside a lady down the street on the way back from Timmy's this morning. She looked a little startled. I said, "What's your puppy's name?" It was a black retriever. She said, "It's Olive." And I stuck my hand out of the car window, and Olive came over and gave it a lick. I said, "What a beautiful dog." She said, "Thank you very much." Very Ukrainian accent.
Yeah, Canada is very ethnic. A lot of different people live here. My wife came from Holland, and yeah. I think it's...
Martha was born in Paraguay.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that's one thing I gotta give Canada credit for. They opened their doors and let the people in.
Wayne Dyer had a column in the newspaper today. The word remigration. The far right parties in Germany and Austria, particularly Austria, are talking about remigrating, taking all the people and sending them back to Africa, etc.
Where is
the
this?
party leader is called the Reichskanzler, which was Hitler's title, eh?
Oh, really?
Austria.
You know, you would think that we would just smarten up, you know.
Well, it's a little different for us. We have lots of space.
I suppose.
And our birth rate is way down. And it's like so many countries. China has this problem, Japan, the United States, Russia particularly. There aren't enough young people to support the older people. So immigration is a must. I mean, the year before last, we welcomed almost 1 billion migrants to our shore. This year it'll be almost 500,000. That's why we're short of housing right now. But our GDP is the healthiest of all of the developing countries. So somebody had their thinking cap on 10 years ago when they started this. You coming up? Just for a minute? Just for a minute, prolonged a visit with Uncle Ron. Yep. Anything that lets me stay with Uncle Ron is good. This is good. His house smells less like garlic, more like pizza. Yes.
And venison. Wet venison, eh, Missy?
Nice, all that moist venison. It's like fresh off the bone. That good stuff right under the hide.
We'll see you later, birthday girl.
Busy house. Thank you, Ron.
Okay, we'll see ya. Missy the dog is 4 years old today. Yeah. Okay, we are set up here and we have got little handholds on this stuff here now. And I think that's going to work. very careful here and not put too much pressure on the ends. I don't think that's going to fall off. I got it I got it like this so that the weight is holding it down. I know that maybe it's just a crazy idea, but in other words, it's the wood is okay. Forget about it. Let's just get at it here. Okay, this is a brand new one that I've just stirred up a few minutes ago. Probably going to be loaded with those little micro bubbles again that drive me crazy. Okay, now I'm hoping that by brushing it on I'm not going to lose the detail around these bolts. We'll know once we look at it closely after everything's dried. Now, we don't need to paint the other side, so... Oh my. I am already very unhappy with the way this is going. The sun was trying to shine there a while ago, but the weather office is predicting around 1 o'clock this afternoon 80% chance of rain. So I'm probably going to want to call her quits here, or at least maybe take a little bit of a break and get out on my bike this morning. This is going to take 2 coats. Yeah, this is definitely going to take 2 coats. You know what? I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to make sure there's no paint pooled around the bolts, and I'm going to set up and I'm going to spray. Yeah, it'll cover it, and because yeah, I'm not going to do this piece. That's yeah, I'm not happy with that. Okay, let's close everything down here, clean up my brush, and go out for a bike ride, and then we'll come back and decide what we're going to do. Okay, I just got back from my bike ride, and I realized that today is not pizza day. Yeah, somehow when I got up this morning, I thought it was pizza day, but no, that's tomorrow. Okay, I'm thinking that maybe, being as I've only got these 2 pieces to spray, I'm just going to basically leave this where it is. I'm not going to drag it over and put the blue plastic down and stuff like that. I'm just trying to keep it simple here for myself. But I think I should maybe move this in just a little bit so I don't accidentally, knock the whole thing over on the floor on the other side. Could happen, but not too likely. Hey, lately with me, you never know. Okay. That should be good. I can still get in here, and yeah. Well, let's just continue on and set up. I don't know if we're going to spray today or not, but we got a little bit of time here. Why not? Now I did stir this up with the paint stirrer a little while ago. And this is the thinned out one, the 50/50. Now I don't think we're going to need very much, but as I've said before, it's just as easy to pour back a lot as a little. Okay. Well, let's not go making a mess here now. And I think we're ready to go here. We only have these two pieces to do. I just want to be careful that maybe I'll do this one first and then I can give it a second coat. I'm just going to give it a light coat first because, let me swing it over here. Okay, I'm just going to give it a light coat first because then I can give it a second one while it'll quickly dry while I'm doing this one. And I may not have to because this is going to be the. Okay, now I know Jason Port was going to probably have a fit, but I'm going to take this off because I find that I get a lot less spitting if I take that off, even though the spray is not as accurate. Okay, let's get our fan going here. Oh, I've got the pressure on the regulator set for about 12 pounds, just in case anybody's wondering. Okay, I think this one's good. I think this one's good too. I don't want to be putting any more on there and losing the detail of those bolts. So we're just going to call it quits here. I think we did all right. I did a much nicer job than if I had have done a brush. Okay, I'm going to clean everything up here now, and we'll see you back here, and we'll take a close look at this after it dries. Okay, once again, where did the morning go? I have just edited everything out that you've seen up until right now. And yeah, I better hurry up here or I'm not going to have today's episode out in time for what we call post time, which is 5 p.m. Winnipeg time. And most of the time, like 99.9% of the time, it does get out on time. Anyway, I think this came out really nice. I'm glad I took the extra few minutes and did the airbrush thing. I'm seeing good detail around those bolts. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.